trying to tell people is don't get scared. I'm not saying everybody's wrong. This is like a rising tide. It raises all ships. It only swamps those with holes in their hulls. It's a throwaway line. I use it a lot. It's not so, I didn't just make it up. The idea is that the traditions are all over the place, but they include, most of what they include has a basis, but it's become distorted and mixed in with nonsense. And there are also ancillary teachings, which may or may not be true, but even if they are true, to stop at that level is damning by faint praise. You know, the rabbis teach, if I'm getting this right, that the reason that astrology is banned is not because it's false, but because it works. The problem is people start relying on astrology and forget about Yirat Hashem, fear of God. And say, forget, they don't realize, and now I'm going to tell you why that's a mistake. This is the beauty part. And I want to mention Arthur Young first. Arthur says, the physicist that created the Bell helicopter rotor system and founded the Institute for the Study of Consciousness, and who supported us for a while, he passed away. Arthur taught two things that were very important. One, the first sign of volition is saying no. A child acquiesces, you don't know if the kid is just going, if the crowd's there or not. But if someone says, no, I don't want any more food, then that's the first sign of consciousness. That's the first choice, is negation. That's why you have this negative space. The other thing Arthur did is he identified the quantum of action, the photon or other quantum mechanical particle, with the quantum of conscious volition, a unit of choice. So we're going to find out that photons each carry one unit of the quantum of action, one unit of potential quantum mechanical choice. When you make a choice, then the wave equation collapses using old language. It's being replaced now. The Hebrew equivalent is something called tal. The letter tet means, if you look in a dictionary, the name tet means serpent. It means a constrictor. It means bound. And lamed is to learn or to teach, lomed. It's bound learning. It's a unit of information. So the idea is there's a constant stream of photons that descend, that rain on the plant life, that use their chlorophyll and other means, because it's not the only path, they're parallel paths, to get their order, and what's left over they radiate back and give away back to the all there is. And we get our neg entropy because we consume the plant life. In the same sense as the plants operate from the physical sun to the physical sky, which is, by the way, the zodiac, Hebrew word tzaddik, saint, you know, the one with the halo on his head, zodiac, tzaddik, the letter tzadi, saint, halo, heavens, cycle of, this is the wheel of karma, the big K. Can't get off the wheel of karma if you're a vegetable. You can't get off the wheel of karma if you've been caught up, well, here's the Hebrew word for negativity, Satan. The expression of being bound forever. All it means is to have lost your free will. That's all that word means, is to have your free will taken from you. The worst punishment to a creature that's previously had free will is to take it away. The gift given in Eden is withdrawn. Well, to be locked onto the wheel of karma is to not know history, to repeat the same mistakes over and over again, to pass on the injuries of your own childhood to your children in turn, and not be able to break the wheel of karma. What breaks the wheel of karma? The introduction of novelty, the ability to make a choice, units of tal, units of information. This 3, 4, 5 triangle on the top is an axe head. It's the head of a hammer that shatters the wheel of karma. It's the sword and the stone. The sword is the axis, and this is the blade. That's a little hokey. I'm not standing on that as demonstrate. Most of what I'm telling you is stuff I'm saying is precisely so. But when I'm saying something that I'm not sure of, that's speculation, I'm going to try to tell you. Because I need to say it because it helps to enable people to understand, but it might be slippery. There are coincidences here. They're inevitable. People do things. We're humans. We make different choices. The idea is that the wheel of karma is where the idolaters and the pagans are locked onto. They don't recognize the transcendent sun that supplies us with photons that we can make choices. This is the matzah, the Mitzrayim, the flat space of Egypt, where Pharaoh thought he was God, didn't know God. So there was no way for Pharaoh to break the wheel of karma. Thus his chariots were swamped.